Controlling your mind is the foundation of inner peace, resilience, and true fulfillment, and Stoicism provides a timeless framework to achieve this mastery over oneself. The ancient Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, emphasized the power of perception, self-discipline, and rational thinking as tools to govern the mind, rise above external chaos, and live a life of tranquility. At its core, Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we have absolute control over how we interpret them, react to them, and allow them to shape our emotional state. The ability to govern our thoughts is what differentiates those who are constantly disturbed by life's inevitable challenges from those who remain composed, clear-headed, and unshaken no matter what comes their way. One of the most powerful Stoic teachings is understanding the dichotomy of control, which highlights that there are two kinds of things in life: those we can control and those we cannot. Our thoughts, choices, and actions fall within our control, while external events, other people's opinions, and random occurrences do not. By fully embracing this principle, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary suffering caused by trying to control the uncontrollable. When you train yourself to focus only on what is within your power, your mind becomes free from anxiety, frustration, and needless emotional turmoil. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself in meditations that our minds become disturbed only if we allow them to be. He believed that no external event has the power to upset us unless we assign it negative meaning, which is why a Stoic mind remains calm and unshaken, even in adversity. Another key lesson is mastering perception, which means interpreting situations in the most rational and constructive way. Instead of labeling events as inherently good or bad, a Stoic views them neutrally, simply as facts of life. This shift in perspective makes a profound difference in emotional stability, because nothing holds inherent negativity except for the meaning we assign to it. Seneca advised that if we train our minds to remain objective, we can find opportunities for growth even in the worst hardships. This is why a Stoic does not complain about obstacles but sees them as stepping stones toward wisdom and strength. Emotional discipline is another cornerstone of Stoic mind control. Many people believe that emotions arise automatically and must be acted upon, but Stoicism teaches otherwise. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." This means that external events do not cause emotional reactions, rather, our interpretation of them does. By practicing self-awareness and challenging our initial impulses, we gain the ability to pause before reacting emotionally, thus replacing anger with patience, fear with courage, and frustration with acceptance. This level of emotional mastery allows a Stoic to remain calm in heated arguments, focused in times of uncertainty, and unshaken when confronted with criticism or insults. One of the most effective Stoic exercises for controlling the mind is negative visualization, also known as premeditatio malorum, the practice of mentally preparing for potential hardships before they happen. Instead of being caught off guard by misfortune, a Stoic anticipates difficulties and mentally rehearses how they will respond with resilience. This mental training reduces fear and anxiety, because it removes the element of surprise and gives you a sense of control. By visualizing worst-case scenarios without emotional distress, you fortify your mind against panic and build a deep sense of inner strength. Additionally, self-discipline and routine play a crucial role in strengthening the mind. Stoics believed in waking up early, setting clear goals, and engaging in regular self-reflection to ensure that their thoughts remained aligned with reason rather than impulse. Writing a daily journal, as Marcus Aurelius did, helps reinforce self-awareness and keeps the mind disciplined. Engaging in activities that challenge mental endurance, such as fasting, cold exposure, or rigorous physical training, also helps cultivate resilience by proving to yourself that discomfort does not control you. Another powerful Stoic strategy is embracing voluntary discomfort, occasionally choosing hardship in order to strengthen mental toughness. Seneca practiced sleeping on the floor and wearing simple clothes to remind himself that luxury is not a necessity. By exposing oneself to controlled discomfort, you eliminate fear of suffering, making you mentally unbreakable. Avoiding emotional contagion is also essential in mastering the mind. Many people unknowingly absorb the emotions of those around them, letting the negativity of others dictate their mood. A Stoic maintains control over their mental state by creating an internal buffer against external negativity, refusing to let toxic individuals or social pressures influence their peace. Marcus Aurelius warned against letting others dictate your emotions, emphasizing that your inner world belongs solely to you. A crucial part of mind control is self-awareness through reflection, constantly questioning your thoughts and ensuring that your reasoning remains sound. The Stoics recommended nightly reflection to review daily actions, analyze emotional reactions, and identify areas for improvement. By regularly evaluating one's thought patterns, a Stoic ensures they are guided by logic and virtue rather than impulse and fleeting emotions. Living in accordance with nature is another essential Stoic teaching for mental mastery. Instead of resisting reality or wishing things were different, Stoicism teaches that we must accept the world as it is. Resisting reality leads to suffering, while acceptance leads to peace. Epictetus taught that by aligning our will with the natural flow of life, we eliminate unnecessary frustration and find harmony within ourselves. The Stoic mindset is not about suppressing emotions, but about refining them so that they serve us rather than control us. Practicing gratitude is a simple but powerful tool for mental mastery. Instead of focusing on what is lacking, a Stoic shifts focus to what is already present, training the mind to appreciate even the simplest aspects of life. Gratitude transforms the mind by fostering a sense of abundance rather than deficiency, strengthening inner peace. Ultimately, controlling your mind through Stoicism is about cultivating resilience, emotional discipline, rational perception, and unwavering inner peace. By mastering your thoughts, you gain control over your reactions, decisions, and ultimately, your life. The external world may remain chaotic, but a true Stoic remains composed, embodying strength in the face of adversity, and living with wisdom, clarity, and unshakable calm. Mastering your mind through Stoicism is not merely an ancient philosophical exercise, it is a lifelong practice that transforms the way you perceive, react, and navigate the world. In today's fast-paced and unpredictable society, where distractions are endless and emotions often dictate actions, the ability to remain composed, rational, and in control of your thoughts is one of the most valuable skills a person can develop. When you take charge of your mind, you take charge of your life. The modern world constantly bombards us with information, opinions, and external pressures, often leading to stress, anxiety, and a feeling of being overwhelmed. However, by applying the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, you can create a mental fortress, one that protects you from negativity, overreaction, and self-inflicted suffering. This ability to regulate thoughts, emotions, and perceptions does not mean ignoring emotions altogether, but rather refining them so they work in your favor instead of against you. One of the most powerful lessons Stoicism teaches us is that true control comes from within. The more we depend on external circumstances to dictate our happiness, the more vulnerable we become to suffering. A Stoic does not seek fulfillment in wealth, status, or approval from others, but finds contentment within their own ability to think clearly and act virtuously. This inner control allows a person to remain unshaken, whether they are facing criticism, failure, or unexpected misfortune. By embracing the dichotomy of control, you begin to shift your focus away from what is beyond your influence and instead channel all your energy into refining your thoughts, responses, and actions. This simple yet profound shift in perspective liberates you from unnecessary stress and mental turmoil, allowing you to navigate life with clarity and purpose. A key aspect of mastering the mind is learning to detach from external validation and the opinions of others. In a world where social media and constant comparison have made people more anxious and self-conscious than ever, the Stoic mindset offers a refreshing perspective. What others think of you is none of your concern. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When you stop seeking approval from external sources, you gain an incredible sense of freedom. You no longer feel the need to conform to societal expectations or fear judgment. Instead, you begin to act in alignment with your own principles and values, which is the foundation of true self-respect. Another crucial aspect of mental control is emotional regulation. Emotions themselves are not the problem, it is the way we interpret and react to them that determines whether they help or hinder us. A Stoic does not suppress emotions, but instead observes them with detachment, questioning their validity before reacting. For example, when anger arises, instead of immediately lashing out, a Stoic pauses, examines the root cause, and determines whether the response is necessary or simply an emotional impulse. This practice of self-awareness helps break the cycle of reactive behavior and allows you to replace destructive emotions with rational thinking. Seneca advised, Most powerful is he who is himself in his own power. The ability to govern your emotions gives you strength over both yourself and any situation life throws your way. Another Stoic principle that aids in mental control is negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. By mentally preparing for hardships before they occur, you train your mind to remain unshaken when challenges arise. This practice eliminates fear because it removes the element of surprise. When you expect setbacks and difficulties, you are better equipped to handle them calmly and logically. This mindset not only reduces anxiety but also strengthens resilience, making you more adaptable to change and adversity. Instead of fearing failure or hardship, you embrace them as natural parts of life, knowing that they are opportunities for growth rather than reasons for distress. One of the most underrated aspects of controlling the mind is learning to live in the present moment. The human mind has a tendency to dwell on past mistakes or anxiously anticipate the future, which leads to unnecessary suffering. A Stoic, however, understands that the present moment is the only reality that exists. Marcus Aurelius advised, confine yourself to the present. By training your mind to focus on the now, you eliminate regret about the past and fear about the future, allowing yourself to fully engage with life as it unfolds. When you stop being mentally trapped in situations you cannot change or control, you free yourself from mental clutter and create space for peace and clarity. Additionally, mastering your mind requires discipline and self-control. A Stoic does not indulge in destructive habits or allow pleasure-seeking impulses to dictate their actions. Instead, they exercise restraint, knowing that self-discipline is the key to long-term happiness and stability. Whether it is resisting the urge to overreact, avoiding unnecessary distractions, or maintaining healthy routines, mental discipline strengthens willpower and allows you to make decisions based on reason rather than impulse. Self-mastery is not achieved overnight, it is built through consistent practice and deliberate effort. Every time you choose reason over impulse, patience over frustration, and clarity over confusion, you reinforce the habit of self-control and bring yourself closer to the ideal Stoic state of tranquility. Another essential part of mind control is filtering external influences. Many people allow toxic environments, negative individuals, and sensationalized media to corrupt their thoughts, leading to increased anxiety and emotional instability. A Stoic carefully selects what they consume, whether it is news, entertainment, or the company they keep. By surrounding yourself with wisdom, positivity, and people who encourage growth, you create an environment that supports mental clarity and emotional balance. Epictetus warned against engaging with gossip, drama, and unnecessary distractions, as these things only serve to disrupt inner peace. Instead, focus on intellectual nourishment, meaningful discussions, and self-improvement. One of the greatest advantages of controlling your mind is the ability to remain unaffected by adversity. Life will always present challenges, but a Stoic does not view hardship as an obstacle, they see it as an opportunity for growth. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" a Stoic asks, "How can I use this to become stronger?" This shift in perspective transforms difficulties into lessons, allowing you to emerge from every setback with more wisdom, strength, and resilience. Hardships are inevitable, but suffering is optional. The way you interpret and respond to challenges determines your mental state. In the end, controlling your mind is the key to living a life of purpose, clarity, and fulfillment. A Stoic does not allow external events, emotional impulses, or societal pressures to dictate their happiness. Instead, they cultivate an inner world that is stable, resilient, and immune to external disturbances. This level of mental mastery is not only beneficial for personal peace but also for professional success, relationships, and overall well-being. When you control your mind, you control your reality. The teachings of Stoicism provide a blueprint for achieving this mastery, offering practical strategies that have stood the test of time. So, as you move forward, remember this: every thought you entertain shapes your perception of reality. Every reaction you choose determines your level of peace. Every time you allow reason to guide your decisions rather than impulse, you strengthen your inner power. True mastery over life begins with mastery over the mind. The ancient Stoics understood this, and now, with deliberate practice and unwavering commitment, so can you.